On Sunday, I need the Houston Texans to channel their inner Janet Jackson.
Hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, work. There you go. Hard work, work. Everybody doing it right. Hard work, work, work. That's what I say. Hard work, work, work. Earn my pay. Hard work, work. Hard work, do it every day. Hard work, work. Get up out of 2:45. Hard work, work. Let me go and earn my pay. Hard work, work. Boots on and lace.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? You tuned to the Sports Talk with Big Sarge show. I'm your host, Big Sarge. Make sure you follow me on the app formerly known as Twitter at Big Sarge Sports with a Z at the end. Follow me on the Tick and the Talk at Big Sarge Media. Make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel at Big Sarge Media, and make sure you're following me on Instagram at Big Sarge Sports with the Z at the end. Because, you know, we do everything for the gram. Hey! Do it for the gram. Look at here, look at here, look at here. You the Instagram model of the year. Look at here, look at here, look at here. You the Instagram model of the year. You know, speaking of Instagram, let me tell y'all something. So, for those of y'all who know me, y'all know I discuss this and I talk about this all the time, right? So, my first wife passed away in 2017, right? My first wife passed away in 2017. And before I met my new wife, let me tell y'all what my plans were going after she passed away. I didn't think I was ever gonna get married again. What's up, Alexis? I didn't ever think I was gonna get married again. So I thought that I was just gonna be an Instagram thought, for like a male thought, for the rest of my, the rest of my eternity. Now, not male thought as far as like giving up my body, because my body's a temple. My body is a temple. I didn't plan on, going out there just giving my body away, but I was just gonna have some thought-like behaviors and some thought-like tendencies. I was just gonna keep posting selfies and pictures of myself all the time. I looked into, being a male thought. I almost filled out the application, but then I said, nah, I don't know. I got grandkids, and I don't think they could go around saying, well, what does your pawpaw do for a living? He's a thought. Pawpaw is a male thought. They'd be like, a what? Thought. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Marcus. Good morning to you. Hey, look, yes, I've been saved, sanctified, and filled with Crown Royal apple. Yeah, so, then, God brought along Chrissy is her Chrissy, but I call her Crizzle. Crizzle came along and changed my whole life. I think we changed each other's lives. One day I'm gonna have her on the pod. One day I'm gonna have my wife on this pod so we could talk, because she's a sports fan as well. But we have an interesting dynamic, right? For those of y'all who don't know, I'm in an interracial marriage. My wife is half white, half Hispanic. So sometimes I get the white side. Like when I started talking about CB4, sometimes I get the Hispanic side. Like when somebody leaves me a comment and then I see that Hispanic side of her come out, I'd be like, calm down. Calm down. We ain't gotta go shank nobody. We ain't gotta shank nobody. I'm a preacher's kid. Hold on. Hold on. I'm a preacher's kid. 3 generations of pastors in my family. Oh, so you know what? I'm not gonna disrespect your family, Marcus, but I know about you preacher kids. Y'all know about them PKs, right? Them preacher kids, you know what? We got a guest coming up, and we got to keep this. Hey, listen, I was really trying to keep it PG. We got to keep this show PG because we have a guest on today, right? Right? Yes, she is a Packers fan. Marcus said, yeah, PKs. What's worse than that? What's worse than be like, girl, if your daddy knew what you was doing right now, what? I digress. I've been saved, sanctified, and Delivered. I've been delivered. Delivered. Not that anymore. Okay. Once again, tuned to the Sports Talk with Big Sarge show. I'm your host, Big Sarge. On today's show, I got a special guest for you all. I got Mr. John Hickman, host of the Locked On Texans podcast. I'm the co-host. Like, we do that 1-2 punch. And so, ever since Cody Davis has moved on to greener pastures, and great job he's doing by covering the Detroit Pistons for the Detroit News. Oh man, hold on for a second. Let me just go ahead and bring him up. Hey John.
Yeah.
Can I get you to do me a favor?
What you got?
Hey man, can you text Cody? I was supposed to text Cody before this show started, and I forgot. So if you don't mind, can you just text Cody and tell him that the show has started?
Let me text Coco real quick, man.
Oh, you did not say Coco. Let me put this up there though. We own that funeral home on Wiley Funeral Home. Okay. I used to teach over at Wilson Intermediate over in Acres Home. I loved being over there. John, I hope you didn't hear my story about me wanting to be a male thought before I met my second wife.
I did, and I'm kind of disgusted. You supposed to be out here teaching the youth, man, and I don't know if that's the message that they need to hear on this Good Friday morning.
I ain't in the education no more, John. Who I'm trying to teach? I got grandbabies. My grandbabies saved me from thought. Now look, John, hold on now. Let's not get this thing twisted.
I'm not talking about our future.
Everybody can't have this body, John. Like, listen. You see this right here? This ain't like from Hershey's. Like, this ain't no Snickers. This ain't no Almond Joy. This is Godiva. Like, you gotta, like, I'm special ordered expensive chocolate, John. You can't walk into Walmart. You can't go to Walgreens again. Like, you can't get me on November the 1st when they put the Halloween candy on sale. No. This is the good chocolate. This is the good chocolate.
Are we talking sports, or this like a ad?
This is called Sports Talk with Big Sarge.
Big Sarge. So I didn't know the breakdown of the chocolate was gonna get involved. I feel out of place.
Hey, look. I'm scared. John, let me tell you something about the Sports Talk with Big Sarge show. Ain't no telling what we're gonna talk about here. You know what I really wanted to talk about before you came on was how many people actually use public bathrooms. Because I'm not afraid to use a public bathroom. I'm not afraid to use a public restroom. I coat that thing down and go to work. I coat it down. Do my business.
It do depends on what needs to happen and the location of this event. Now, if I'm at work, they keep the work stalls very clean.
Yeah.
If it's one of those moments where you gotta go, you gotta do what you gotta do, it's getting done. Yeah. But if I'm at like a Texans game and my stomach hurt, I'm just holding it.
What?
Yeah, if I'm like at the game as a fan, if I'm just going, if I'm down there with the people, I'm holding it, and if it's real bad, my brother stay down the street. Gotcha. So I may just have to do that because I ain't going in them stalls. But at work, it's getting done.
Oh yeah, because I go right down there to that media workroom. Look, I don't even care, John. I used to be I used to be one of the ones to be like, man, I just hope nobody remember my shoes. You know how they come and they look, oh my God, that dude.
So here's the thing about that with me. So like it's two people in the same stall, right? I mean, in two different stalls, but they right next to each other. Depending on how comfortable you getting in there, and if I'm starting to hear like fireworks come out from that side, I'm looking at your shoes and I'm judging a little different. Like, okay, bro, you gotta have some decorum here, and you completely comfortable. One time, this is a while ago. One time I saw somebody take their shirt off because it hit the floor.
John, don't let me find out you was one of them little kids that had to get naked to use the bathroom.
No, it wasn't me. No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was not me. It was that person next to me that got that comfortable. He should have went home for that one.
Oh, wait, hold on, John. Hold on. Before we actually get into the show, I'm gonna put this up from they call me Mr. No. I'm old school when Aldine was state champions, best in the United States, #1 football team in the nation. Hey, John, can you go ahead and plug what you just did?
That's crazy, actually. Damn, that's really crazy. Yeah, we just did. Me and my coworker, good friend of mine, Brian Stevens, we just told the story of the 1990 Aldine Championship team by speaking with Tremere Prudhomme, played left guard for that unit. He blocked for the likes of Eric Gray, Derek Johnson, and we had an opportunity to speak with him to highlight that team to look forward to the teams of today. We look at right now, Nimitz is one of the best high schools in the city. They started the season off top 25 in Houston, I believe top 50 in Texas. But it's out right now. It's on my social media. I'll repurpose it, reshare. It's also, you also can find it on Aldine's ISD social medias and YouTube as well, man. It's a really good story, really fun. Shout out to Tremel.
Hey, bro, when Aldine was good, we used to drive because my best friend Joe, a bunch of his cousins played for Aldine. So we used to, bro, listen, we was in Garden City every weekend. We was in Garden City every weekend, getting ready. We get over there early enough to get to the games early enough. So, even though I stayed on the southwest side, I was a huge Aldine fan, man, because like I say, we were getting over there to watch the game, man. So shout out to those team, man. Aldine had a very good run. Before it was North Shore, there was Aldine, bro. Yeah. So a lot of people don't realize that. John, let's go ahead and jump right into this thing, man. I got a question that I want to ask you that's sports related, but it's not.
We're not talking no more chocolate.
No, we good with it. We good with the chocolate. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say that. My wife get off. Anyway, hey John, how did you get into sports media?
Oh man, Gordon Williams, from my mentor from college. I didn't get a chance to play football in college. Thought I was gonna walk on. Got a realization that life ain't what you thought it was gonna be, and so from that moment, I wanted to just focus on being able to tell the stories of Black athletes, straight up and down. I got involved with Lamar University's TV. That's where Gordon Williams really did an amazing job of just teaching me the ins and out and how to be the best version of myself. And I always really wanted to be in broadcast communication. There is a video at my grandma's house when Houston used to do Houston Fun Day in the Park back in the 90s. I'm a real 90s baby. And I did a video. I'm John Hickman. This is downtown Houston. I couldn't say Houston at the time. So, I've always, wanted to be where I'm at right now. And sports was always the best outlet for me. I feel comfortable talking with athletes. I felt comfortable in locker rooms. And I have a passion to ask those questions that some people may overlook and not ask at all. Yeah. So that's how I got started. And from there, it was just a grind, graduating, grinding, ESPN, interning, Locked On Texans. Cody Davis and myself, we were able to be, blessed to cover the TSU Tigers, football, basketball, HBU. We were able to get those credentials on our own, just hustling and doing us. And it's been up since 2016.
Yeah. John, and I will say this, man. I met Cody before I met you, and then when I met you, man, like you look, you and Coco, y'all family. So he gonna kill us for that. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
That's
okay. I'm a hey, look, show us to his granny his aunties and say, look how he talking. Look how Coco talking to us.
But man, you and Cody, man, ever since I met you, man, y'all are two of the brightest minds that I've ever met as far as sports is concerned. And I don't get a chance to talk other sports with you as much as I do with Cody, because Cody and I were covering the Rockets and the Texans at the same time, and so I got a chance to talk a lot of basketball with Cody. Cody, man, listen, I call Cody the NBA Rain Man because he'll be like,
it all.
Bro, he'd be like, yeah, man. And it was like 12 seconds left when Tracy McGrady was playing for the Orlando Magic, and this was on the team that was on his team. Yeah, this was on the team that was on his team. And if you look in the stand, if you pan in the stand, you might see Holly Berry sitting in the front row. Well, anyway, he made this move, went past Holly Berry, spoke to her, and then I was like, Cody, what? Who won the damn game, bro?
That's Cody for real.
Who won the game? That's all I need to know. Who won the game?
Hey, so man, look, he'll tell you, don't fact check. And then, like a couple of weeks later, you'd be like, man, let me go see if this is real. And clip by clip, frame by frame, like how did he know that? That's
Bro,
Coach
listen,
Will.
don't ask him no Kobe questions. Kobe and
Right.
Tracy McGrady, oh, we're done.
And
And
please
then,
don't get him started on Michael.
hey, look, and then when he started talking, and he be like, "Look, I don't even know how Cody listening." So this is why we talking about you. We miss you too, bro. We miss not seeing you around. But look, especially when he be like, and then Kobe was the Kobe. I was like, oh, this boy, he really passionate about it. All right, let's get into this. Let's talk.
I do want to say the thing about Cody, man. I am so glad that he's where he is now because for the past 5 years, we were covering the Locked On Texans, and he got credentialed with the Houston Texans. But credit to you, his basketball mind is incredibly insane.
Yes.
And we don't talk a lot basketball because what a lot of people may not know is that's where my highest IQ of breaking down any sports is basketball.
Yeah.
My favorite team is the Houston Rockets. They give me heart problems. They've been doing that for 30 years now. But he's where he deserves to be and where he's been put to be to continue his journey.
Yep. All right. Yes, sir. Shout out to Cody M. Davis. Hey, look, this morning when I called him, I said, "Hey, man, do you ever say Cody M. Davis?" And the M stand for Mother Davis. That's what I would be saying. But anyway, once again, tune into the Sports Talk with Big Sarge show. I'm Big Sarge. On the other side of the screen, I have my co-host, one half. I'm one half. John is the other half of the Locked On Texans podcast, available wherever you get your podcast from. John did an amazing job. Make sure you all check out Friday's edition of the Locked On Texans podcast as John got a chance to speak with Will Anderson Jr. That was great, by the way, John. That was amazing. All right, man. So let's go ahead and jump right into this thing, man. And I know that this isn't an episode of the Locked On Texans podcast, but I got a lot of Texans fans who love to come to this show, daily. At least look, Monday through Wednesday and Friday around this same time, we get a chance to talk everything, but we talk a lot of Texans football. And so, as you can see in the title is Texans Can Win Ugly. Fans want to see them win nasty. Right.
Yeah.
And so my question is, what is it gonna take for the Texans to get a nasty win? Like I'm talking about nasty, like, no, my first name ain't baby, it's Janet, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty, like one of them nasty wins, John.
Well, I think number one, depending on if he plays and not, getting Joe Mixon back would be huge. In some areas, in some ways, I feel like getting Dameon Pierce back would be huge for the Houston Texans. But, we talked about it on the Locked On Texans podcast for Friday. Joe Mixon allows play calling to be a little bit more even keel, calm, and that allows them to kind of open up the playbook a little bit if they're able to run the ball for 4.5 yards a carry. And Joe Mixon has been able to prove when he's healthy, that's something he can do. So I think that's number one. And just being able to not be scared, man, completing the game.
Yeah.
5.5 points in the second half, one of the worst point per half in the NFL for the second half. That's not good for an offense that features so many dynamic players.
Yeah.
Waiting to get Dalton Schultz involved into the passing attack, I don't think that's too good. With no Nico, I think that this is going to force this team to really stretch their resources. And it's not necessarily stretching their resources like they ain't poor. They ain't got to make it last to next Friday.
Facts.
They got the resources to use. And so it's really like not only
wait, hold on. Wait a minute. I just caught that. You said they ain't gotta wait till next Friday. You mean like how some people make that money stretch to payday?
You ain't gotta make it. You ain't gotta make it stretch. Like the Houston Texans ain't poor. It's funny, they not the Patriots. The Patriots are poor right now. They ain't got a lot on the field to work with. Houston got a lot on the field, on their roster to work with. And with Nico being out, man, I think this is the perfect time to really see, like, okay, who is play calling? Who is this team without a bigger target for CJ Stroud and Nico Collins, who, was the number one receiver in the NFL, still is the number one receiver in terms of receiving yards in the NFL. So they got to really use what they got to get what they want. And I think what they want is a 30-point win. I think this offense is itching. I need it. I need a big win because, let me say this, and I tweeted this out. we do nitpick this team a lot.
Yes.
We nitpick him a lot, and it comes with the business, I guess. But the other day, I just sat back and I said, before I tweet anything that's remotely negative or critiquing the team, they are 4-1. They are the number 2 team in the AFC. And we talk a lot about their offense, and I'm like, man, okay, well, they still got the number 3 or 4 passing offense in the NFL.
No, wait, no, number 1,
Number 1,
272 yards a game.
Number 1 passing offense in the NFL.
Number 6 total offense, 376.
Number 6 overall. Number 1 passing. Number 4 defensive wise in yards allowed per game. Number 7 sacks so far through 5 weeks. And then we look at the team like the Chiefs.
Wait, hold on. The number 3 overall passer in the NFL is CJ Stroud.
3 overall passer with CJ Stroud. Come on, man.
And Nico Collins, number 1 wide receiver as far as receiving yards is concerned. I know he's about to miss a month, so that's going to drop. But you're right. I'm just saying.
A lot to really just sit back and say, man, through 5 weeks, this team is all right. Like, the Chiefs are a foregone conclusion best team in the NFL, and they've been having their struggles on offense.
Yeah.
And Patrick Mahomes hasn't been as electric as he's been in the past.
6 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
6 TDs, 6 interceptions. And you got CJ Stroud over here through adversity.
Yeah.
Through a up and down offensive line performance, through year 2 of NFL defenses kind of figuring him out and figuring out things to kind of take away from him. And he's doing a very good job, I think, of counter punching that. So, like, we nitpick him a lot.
Well, wait, John, wait.
It's a damn good team.
Hold on, I got to cut you off because because you just brought up something, and I want to get your opinion on this. We nitpick them a lot. Fans nitpick them a lot, right? The analysts, local media, everybody's been nitpicking them a lot. How much of that is their fault from last year, though? I know they don't like to talk about last year's success. I know they don't like to talk about how they were able to turn it around coming out of that 3-year funk, that 3 years of adversity that they went through before, pre-D'Amico, pre-CJ, pre-Will, pre-Tank. You know, they came out of that. When you look at the 3 years previous to that, well, they had 11 wins in 3 years. They won 10 games, 10 games in the regular season, if I'm not mistaken, right? Wasn't their record like 10-7 last year?
10-7.
Won the AFC South, won a wild card game, had the number 1 seeded team in the AFC tied at the half while they were down multiple players as well. I'm talking about the Texans were down multiple players. They had them tied 10-10 at the half. Then they lost the war of attrition in the second half. But how much of that is what the Houston Texans did? Because nobody was expecting them to have the season that they had last year. I had them at 7 wins at best. And the way that they overcome, the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year. So coming out of that, how much of the nitpicking is their fault because of the success that they had?
I think the nitpicking is more so due to the offseason additions.
Gotcha.
You know, and let's talk about it. You know, Joe Mixon hasn't been able to play since week 2. Wasn't healthy in week 2, but he's a big offseason addition. Stephon Diggs is a big offseason addition. And I think we can classify John Mechie going through a full offseason as an addition to this offense because he wasn't able to do that last year. And so him getting a grasp of the offense and going through OTAs and everything at the same time as the quarterback and everybody else in that building. I think how Houston went about this offseason altogether allowed us to sit back and say, okay, some of these additions make the Super Bowl a reality, can make the Super Bowl a reality. If Houston would have ended their season how they did last year, and it was sensational, right? And none of the offseason additions happened, I don't think we look at this team as a Super Bowl contending team. But the fact is,
very good point, John.
They did. The fact is, listen, Will talked about it on today's show. You talk about it a lot. We've heard almost everybody talk about how big Aziz has been for this team.
Yeah.
Offseason edition. No Christian Harris. And so now we're seeing Aziz he's always played at a high level, especially under D'Amico Ryans. But look at how that trickled down to Henry Tortor, offseason edition. And so that's why I think that's why I think those expectations are real, because of how Nick Caserio, how D'Amico Ryans and their front office and their coaching staff came together to put together a roster that you got guys that's been out, haven't been able to play. Christian Harris and Nico Autry is able to come back soon, off-season edition. Once this team, I think, really becomes 100%, because they have not been 100% through 5 weeks, and they're 4-1.
Yeah.
Then we can really start sinking our teeth in. Ooh, this team they dangerous. They're dangerous, because we'll see them at full strength, and we haven't yet. And that speaks to how good overall they've been together so far.
And we still, and I guess because the Texans are losing Nico Collins for a month, and so they still won't technically be at full strength until he gets back and everybody is on the same page. And John, I'm going to say this. So Nico's going to miss the next 4 games. If they can get Christian Harris back up and running, they're going to get Joe Mixon back up and running. They're going to have, like you said, the addition of Nico Autry. And I'm curious to see if once Christian Harris comes back, if D'Amico will run a 3 linebacker set every now and then.
I think he will.
Just to be able to get both of those linebackers on the field, because like you said, you can't take away what Henry To'o has done. So once that, but John, here's the thing. You look at the next couple of games for them. You look at this game this weekend against New England. You look at next week's game against the Green Bay Packers. That following game, I think they play the Colts at home. That's the 3rd game. And I can't remember. Give me 1 second. I can't remember who's that 4th game that they have coming after the Colts, because they play the Colts here. So their next 4 games, they play the Patriots, Packers, Colts. Oh, and then they go to New York to play the Jets on Thursday Night Football. John, and I don't want to put a lot of pressure, and I don't want to build up a lot of hope and anticipation and expectations for the Texans fans. John, that's 4 winnable games. That team could possibly be that team could possibly be 8-1.
Yeah,
8-1, sitting atop of it's sitting. I put it like this: you can't jump the Minnesota Vikings if they have the same record, because you lost to them head to head. So you still have to be the number 2 team. But if they're 8-1, John, after the next 4 games, bro,
at the very least, they are the favorites in the AFC.
Right. 6-2. 6-2. Even if they come out 6-2, like 5-3, that's going to be like, wait a minute, hold on now, y'all, because that means y'all done lost to the Jets and y'all lost to the Colts. And I know the Colts play you tough, the Jets play you close. Play you close. If anything, if in those games, I'm looking, well, the Packers may be the only team that may be able to get you, but now they're dealing with a whole bunch of injuries as far as the wide receiver position is concerned, and so they may walk in there next week and they might, and they're playing against some backups to the backups. But John, 8-1 after the second quarter, and there's still going to be things that there's going to be nitpicking, because we're fanatics, right?
That's what we do.
Because I'm going to ask you a fan question in just a second. But the fanatics want perfection, and I'm like, listen, there's no team that has ever played a competitive sport that has ever been great for 4 quarters for the entirety of the season. Never. Even the undefeated Dolphins team, there was some times where they weren't playing good. Yeah. When the New England Patriots was on top, there were times that they didn't look good. They got the wins, but they didn't look good. The Kansas City Chiefs run that they're having, they didn't last year. Hey, listen, what was that last year, 2 years ago? They didn't look good, but they got the job.
It was last year where Steve Spagnuolo really showed his work defensively, because the Kansas City Chiefs offense struggled at times a lot last year.
Hey, hold on, John. Look at AD. Herman Boone demanded perfection. You know who Herman Boone is, right?
Who was Herman Boone?
The coach from Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
Denzel. No, Denzel.
No, what do you say? It's not fun no more. No, it ain't fun no more. Yeah, no, they do demand perfection. I mean, I think D'Amico demands the best out of. You talked about pulling Aziz after that first drive. Remember that first drive Sunday? It was like, hey man, maybe you shouldn't have played because he was. So you talking about pulling him? He demands the best.
John, it's so crazy you said that real quick. So crazy because I'm getting ready to put out the audio. I was talking to Aziz, and Aziz was like, he said, Coach pulled me to the side, and he said, I can't do this to you, baby boy. So I can't do this to you, man. I can't have you out there looking like that. You just not looking like yourself. And Aziz said, he told him, man, F that.
Yeah.
But on the audio, you'll hear him cuss. He said, man, F that. I can play. He said, because he came to the sideline like frustrated after not bringing down Cooks and slammed his helmet to the side. And that's when D'Amico came over and told him, hey, man, I think I'm going to take you out. And he was like, nah, F that. I'm playing.
And then look, and then he turned up.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Aziz turned up.
Now, John, we know that the Houston Texans will be taking on the New England Patriots at Foxborough. Gillette Stadium is right. Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts this weekend.
Are you about to ask me a Patriot question?
Yeah, I am about to ask you a Patriot question because
right,
those of you all who don't know, John is a New England Patriots fan. So I know how I do it, and I know how I'm going to have to do it later on in the season when the Houston Texans drive up to Jerry's World, go up 45 North to Jerry's World, and play them on Monday night. I know how I do it. I know how I'm able to separate my fandom from my job, my fandom from being media. How do you do it, John? How are you going to watch this game this weekend, knowing that that's your team? And look, I know a lot of people will say this. Well, man, my team's sorry. I don't expect them to win anyway. But you always, in the back of your mind, you want your team to win. So how do you separate that from being on Locked On Texans and being all the other things that you do as far as Texans media related?
Yeah, so for one,
we listening.
I'm watching the game Sunday with my boys. And I'm gonna be in a house. It's gonna be a house full of some Texan fans. So
you gonna have on a Deion Branch jersey?
No, I ain't gonna have no jersey on.
Corey, what's the dude?
Corey Dillon is actually what made me a Patriot fan.
What?
Yeah, the rejuvenation of his career. So I think for me, it's really easy because when you work hard for something, you want to go get it. And like I said, man, a lot of people may not know my story, and I don't really get into it. But while I was going to college, man, I faced a lot of adversity, and I'm not finna just throw it away because I'm a fan of something.
Yeah,
which is partially the reason why I don't like talking about the Rockets professionally, because I have no understanding when it comes to the Rockets.
Yeah,
I believe we're going to the championship this year, and I'm gonna believe it next year. The
mid-season tournament championship, or you talking about the NBA Finals?
I believe every year the Rockets is going to the NBA Finals. There's only 2 years where I do believe that, and that's when John Wall was our best player. But I do love this squad, these young dogs we got in Houston. I think that we should be pushing for a tournament, for the play-in tournament. We should be there. We should have been in this year. But back to the Texans, I have always been a fair person, so I look at everything with 4 fair eyes. And it's easy for me to be a professional before a fan in areas where that's a standard to be. If I'm at the bar, I'm a fan. If I'm at Big Sarge's house watching the game, I'm a fan. But in areas where I work my tail off to be, I'm a professional first.
Unbiased.
I'm unbiased first. I'm fair first. I'm not in the press box cheering for a team. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not getting the earful from Christy. I'm doing my job. And that's what has allowed me to, oh my gosh, that's what has allowed me to distinguish the two. Now, I will say, I believe the Patriots should not win this game. I think we should get blowed out. But if we do win this game, and I am saying we, because I do mean if we win, I got phone calls to make. I got tweets to tweet. I got some things to say. Now, if we lose and I'm in a house full of Texan fans, y'all pray for me because I may not make it out.
So wait, John, hold on. Time out. So if the Patriots, so you don't keep the same energy then. If the Patriots win, you got a different type of energy than if the Patriots lose. But you're okay with the, because see, this is the catch-22.
I'm okay because I know what state we're in. Because I got my brother, I'm gonna say his name, Andrew. while we watching the game, he's gonna be right here. Yeah, it's over with. Them 20 years don't matter no more. We got it now. I know he's gonna be right here. I know he's gonna be on my ear. And so if we win, it's not necessarily like I got beef with Texans Twitter or Texas fan base. When you have a brother that gets on you like that, the very first thing you're going to do is look dead at him. Case in point, the Atlanta Falcons in Patriots Super Bowl. For 3.5, 4 quarters, almost 4 quarters, he was chirping at my ear. It's over with. Brady done. Brady done. It's over with. And the moment that clock struck 0 and we won the game.
You talking trash.
Trash ain't the word.
I almost
Trash
came to blows.
Oh my gosh, I was talking nasty. I was talking bad. I was talking bad. So that's what I mean. Like when you pull that competitive fandom out of me, if we win, oh man.
You can take what you're saying is though, but if the Texans win, then you're going to be able. You can take it from Texans fans as well.
Yeah,
all right.
I believe without fans, sports ain't what it is.
That's true.
So I think people have started to become unfair to fans. Like your opinion doesn't matter and all of that. And the reality is, some of the best rivalries we have in sports have been fueled and generated by fandoms. Steelers and the Ravens. That's one of the best. And how many times have we seen fans just kind of like lose it and go crazy? So
yeah, don't go to that game in the harbor though, and wear no Steelers jersey because you're gonna be in the episode of the Wire remake for real, for real. You're gonna hear that. What's that thing? What's the song that you
way down in the hole?
Hey, yeah. But John, you know what though? This Sunday's game between the Texans and the Patriots, I think the Patriots got a better chance of Bill Belichick dating a woman his own age than they do of winning this game. Sorry, I had to just throw that in. I mean, 72, she's 23. Hey, John, fill in the blank.
It ain't me.
Fill in the blank. Houston's offense needs to do what to be successful on Sunday?
Score every quarter.
Yeah.
Score a touchdown every quarter. That's all I got, Sarge. I mean, I want to give you a long answer and detailed.
That's 28 points.
That's 28 points right there. And with Kaimi, I'm sure you're going to get a field goal in. So score every quarter. Keep your tempo and rhythm. Keep your foot on a struggling team's neck. Don't let up. Take away their life. Score every quarter. Get 30 points. That's it.
Yeah. I'm gonna come back to that, John, because while we're talking about the offense, I just thought about something. That's why I wrote it down, because I want to hop into your area of expertise, because you are one of the ones who can. You look at the trenches, and what I mean by the trenches is I'm talking about the offensive line and the defensive line in a whole different light and perspective than a lot of people do. When a lot of people are watching these games, they're looking at the skill positions. They're looking at the quarterback. They're looking at the on the offensive side of the ball is what I'm talking about. They're looking at the quarterback, the wide receivers, the tight ends, the running backs. They're looking at that. You like to take a different look at the offensive line. And so when we talk about them scoring, the offense has to score a touchdown every quarter in order to be successful this weekend. With Titus Howard supposedly coming back this weekend and Blake Fisher hopefully they don't have to play a rookie Blake Fisher this week, but getting Titus Howard back, getting their whole line back for this game. And this is the 6th game of the season, which will be this will be the 6th game of the season, but only the 4th game of them playing together. Because didn't Juice miss a game?
Juice missed the game, yeah.
Juice missed the game. Titus missed the game last week. Yeah. So when you look at this offensive line, at what point should we be saying they finally got the continuity down as far as run blocking and pass blocking is concerned?
I think this will be the game to showcase it. I think the Buffalo Bills game, there were some good moments to pull from. Mm-hmm. And I think the thing for last year's Texan team, iron sharpens iron. We heard it everywhere. It was on T-shirts. But I have not seen them really dive into the stat good days like they should have, stat good moments like they should have, because that's what it's about for this team, specifically for that offensive line. That, let's face it, I think Shaq Mason age is starting to show. Um, and I think the communication between Juice and King Green has really hindered their growth and success so far. But the bright spot is they've had those good moments where they're picking up those stunts. They're picking up some of those delayed blitz, and King is getting to where he needs to get. And his base is perfect. His technique is good. His upper body strength is good. And so once he's got his hands on you, he's able to drive you and get a pancake. Same for Juice Scruggs, right? Just being out there consistently playing alongside those same guys. I think for the offensive line, why this is a great opportunity for them, because if your offense is continuing to get in rhythm, they're
Mhm.
going to run down their defense. They're going to
Yeah.
run down their front four. Laramie quietly had a very good game last week.
No penalties, right?
No penalties, but blocking wise, he was damn good.
Yeah.
So I consider that left side the strong side of the offensive line. And I think that talent wise, that's the heavier side of that offensive line. Once they really get it going, then I think, even with Joe Mixon coming back, especially with Joe Mixon coming back, when they're familiar with a running back there, we'll see the best version of themselves. Um, they got it. They just got to continue to put it together again for 4 quarters.
Yeah, and the good thing is that you're getting. I think one of the reasons to me why the running game suffers so much outside of not having Joe Mixon and not having Damian Pierce is when you get a running back like Dare Ugabawale and you got Cam Makers who is familiar with that zone blocking scheme but hasn't run in that zone blocking scheme in a very long time, and so now getting getting Joe Mixon back into the running game and with the zone blocking scheme that they like, he knows exactly what that line is supposed to do. But also, as you could tell in the first game against the Indianapolis Colts, the line knew exactly what they were supposed to do, but they also knew exactly what Joe was going to be doing, which is
Yeah.
a testament to both of them, to the running back and to the offensive line, because they didn't play a lot together in training camp.
They
Like
did not.
they didn't take a lot of snaps together in training camp. And so I'm just interested to see, what that offensive line is going to do. And John, before I got one more thing, one more segment that I need from you, and it's going to be totally different than what you and I do. So let's go on the other side though, because you and I talked about this on the Locked On Texas podcast, available wherever you get your podcast from. The defensive line.
Yeah.
What do they need to do to be successful?
Before I talk about that, can I show some love to a player?
Yeah.
Because we killed him last year. We killed him last year. His sophomore year had a sophomore slump. We killed Jalen Petrie.
Yeah.
But, I mean, aside from a couple of bad moments, man, Jalen Petrie's been playing some good football. I don't think that he's necessarily been a talking point.
Mhm.
The position change, you got to give a lot of credit to D'Amico and that defensive coaching staff to figure out how can we maximize this player's ability.
Wait, John,
Because-
hold on. So, hold on. One question. I mean, real quick. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was going to say this. I didn't mean to cut you off, but you triggered something in my mind to make me say this, and I'm going to remove the just the defensive line because what you're getting into is just the defense, and I like that. That's what I should have asked you, John. What do you think it was though that since we're talking about Jalen Petrie, let's isolate on Jalen for a second. What do you think that Texans defensive staff looked at and said, "Hey, you know what? We maybe be able to bring him back into playing that slot corner position and use him as having like an additional linebacker as well." You think they went back to some of like his college
Yeah.
days?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So they didn't draft him.
Yeah,
D'Amico didn't draft him.
you're right.
I mean, Nick Caserio drafted him, but Matt Burke and D'Amico had nothing to do with Jalen Petrie being a Houston Texan.
Yeah,
But you look at your resources and you look at, okay, the year prior, this is what he was able to do, had some deficiencies. But we didn't scout him to be on our team. So let's go back and look at his college tape. Let's look at his college tape. Let's look at the things that he naturally does well, that he's still naturally doing well, and let's look at the things that he's not doing as well, and how can we minimize those issues. And I think going back to his Baylor days, shout out to my man Cody Johnson. You just look at he minimizes a lot of those mistakes when he's about 7 yards from the line of scrimmage. And yeah, he'll make some plays back deep. 5 interceptions his rookie year. Hadn't had one since, but okay, yeah, he made some plays back deep. But how many of those bad plays do we have to overlook because of those good moments? How can we bring those bad plays down? How can we get that to a minimum? And I think the Baylor tape, especially his senior year or his last year at Baylor, that tape allows you to see he doesn't have as many negative plays when he's around this area.
Yeah.
So let's do that. And oh yeah, we got players like, to get back to the D line. We got a Will Anderson. We brought in a Daniil Hunter. We just brought over Aziz, right? At some point, we'll throw Christian Harris into that mix. Danico Autry being in that fold. So you got guys that's in front of you that can get after the quarterback, create pressure, and you can do the same as well.
Mm-hmm.
And oh yeah, you're fast enough, twitchy enough, and strong enough to cover the flats. And if somebody scrambles out, you can be right in that player's face. Let's do that. And I think that's we get caught up. Coaches get caught up in forcing their way a lot.
Yeah.
And I do think this modern NFL is a little bit better in terms of getting creative with player strengths. But I mean, stop me if I'm wrong. Coming up, it was you do it my way, or you fit in this box, or you ain't got nowhere to play.
Yeah.
And so now, you got to sit back and say, man, we still got a young player on a rookie deal.
Mm-hmm.
We still got 2 more years with him. If I'm supposed to be this DC, a development coach like I've been touted as, D'Amico Ryans, I got to figure this out.
Yeah.
And he's figured it out. He's figured it out with Jalen Petrie. I think he's going to figure it out with Kalen Bullock, get a rookie some time.
Hey, wait, stop right there, John, real quick. Let me throw this in there. And I didn't mean to cut you off. Let me tell you something.
Good.
I don't be mean to cut you off. I will cut you off because because I'm still picking your brain. Do you think that when they were going into the draft that they had already made the decision that they were going to move Jalen to that position, and that's why they drafted Kalen Bullock?
I think so. I could be wrong, but I think so.
Because you still got Jimmy coming back.
And I think distributed last year.
Yeah.
Jimmy Ward is a Texan, but great career, by the way. But yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
They needed somebody that can, cover from hash to hash on the back end of that defense.
Mm-hmm.
So Kalen Bullock is going to get it. He's going to coach him up. He's going to develop him, right? Kamari Lassiter is going to get developed up, right? Khalil Davis is a testimony to this team. We're seeing Mario Edwards find some success. So they're going to get developed and coached up. I just think we got to give a lot of credit to D'Amico and Matt Burke and Dino Vasso and I forget the safeties coach. So
Steven Adegoji.
Yeah, give a lot of credit to those guys for
shoe game is ridiculous. But go ahead, I'm listening. Well, shoe game is ridiculous.
That's that Texans money.
Yeah.
But just figuring it out with some of these guys, and Jalen Petrie is one of those players where they figured it out and they got it right through 5 games.
Hey John, real quick, can you tell what can we expect from Danico Autry when he comes back?
Inside, outside merchant. Wherever you need him, that's where he'll be. That's it. And I think the inside guys have been outperforming the outside guys. Plain and simple. I think the inside guys, when they played to the best of their game, because other players are benefiting from that. If they collapse in the pocket on the inside and that's forcing the quarterback to have to bounce it out, and you got Will right there, you got Hunter right there, you may got Jalen Petrie on a stunt blitz, and they're getting the sack, you got to look at the job the inside guys did. If you got the inside guys forcing some of those offensive linemen back, and that's allowing those linebackers to flow in and out of those gaps to make those tackles, that's the inside job credit. Like, hey, man, they don't see our face a lot. They don't see the big boys' face a lot, but they have had moments where they are dominating the opposing team's offensive line, and may not always come in sacks, may not always come in pressures, but other players are eating based off of their job.
On Monday's edition of the Locked On Texans podcast, we will recap the Houston Texans versus the New England Patriots, and we'll also dive into why we feel like the defensive ends are out of position.
Oh yeah, we will. Okay. I mean, and I can't wait to talk about that. you know.
Thank you. I'm
That's
not
what we're
gonna get.
talking
Well,
about.
look, that's why I stopped, and I ain't saying that. I just looked at you like
we just talked about that. I mean, okay, but they are out of position. Yeah, excuse me, they are out of position. Yes,
we're gonna talk about it.
That's the coach's decisions. Yes,
And hey, listen, and listen. If you all listen to the Locked On Texans podcast, the Friday edition, you'll hear us talk about why we feel that way. We don't dive all the way into it, but we will. And John, I'm gonna say this: I feel like that the inside guys are a product of the outside guys. But we can talk about that. We talk about that a little bit later. Look, before I get to this last segment, man, what I love to do here on the Sports Talk with Big Sarge show, once again, you're listening to and viewing the Sports Talk with Big Sarge
you
show.
ask me to freestyle?
Huh?
You gonna ask me to freestyle? Because I see freestyle fan Friday, so
No,
I didn't know if I was
no,
gonna get a.
no. I would have prepared
I
you
didn't
for
drop
that.
the top. I thought I was gonna have to. Okay, all right.
Man, hold up, coming down so real. It's the boy that BB out the land. We pop the pills, get high off the perk, high off the. I'm on the Locked On Texas, so I know what you need. You need that Texans talking about the defense.
Yeah.
No, let me stop. No, I'm gonna read some of the comments, John. Hey, look, I told you my line name was Rap a Lot, right?
You did tell me that.
Yeah, my line name was Rap a Lot. So look, on the and for those of y'all who are just joining, we're talking to John Hickman, one half of the Locked On Texans podcast. I'm the other half. And John, what we do here on Sports Talk with Big Sarge, this is an interactive show. So the people who spend their time and take their time, and they already know, and I say this, and I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but I'm gonna say it almost every time. Time is the most valuable possession that an individual has, and it is something that they can never get back. And so if they're gonna spend their time here, viewing and listening to me or to us, then I like when they comment, I like to get to their comments and talk to their I like to get to their comments and talk about their comments right here, because this is a live show. We are live. So let's go in and jump into some of these comments.
I just seen somebody say I just slapped my mama in the mouth listening to Sarge rap. Michael Williams, you deserve time behind bars.
Or hey, look, you deserve time behind bars with Diddy. I'm not gonna lie, these last two games I've been blessing the Texans restroom.
Oh, that's nasty work. Romanus Jr. Romanus Jr. That's crazy.
Good morning, Locked On Texas again. What's good, Big Sergeant John Hickman? You guys are two of the best part of waking up. Hold on. And it's Folgers in your cup. Okay. Let's see what Marcus says. We just have to go out there and steal this nasty win. We got to get nasty.
Let me real quick. The Texans, man. You know what? My favorite moment from Sunday's game. One of my favorite moments.
Neville Hewitt.
No, that was nice. But when CJ delivered that throw, it felt like he got a swag back a little bit. Like,
oh yeah,
y'all must have forgot. Y'all gonna single hot me. Y'all gonna put a rookie. Yeah. So
that's Roy Jones Jr., right?
Yeah, y'all must have forgot. Shout out to Barrett the Bullet. He know who he is. But yeah, they gotta stay nasty. They gotta get that. And Stephon does a good job of bringing that swag out. But that offense needs to stay nasty and have a swag on 10, man. And
yeah,
you got that leadership from CJ. Again, it's all roads to 30 points.
For sure. All right, Black Getter 9,000. I was just about to say Texans rushing for 120 plus and 24. All right. Hold on. Let me get to some more of these. Michael Williams. Talented team, better talent-wise when we get a Super Bowl caliber team, so we're expecting that talent to match the play.
Yeah.
I think once Harrison, Autry, Nico, and everybody back fully healthy, we're gonna start clicking. AD says, I don't think we'll be fully healthy until after the bye week. That's what, week 14? It's like week 14 in December, right?
The bye week for the Houston Texans is after the Jags, I think, before the Dolphins game.
That's like week 14.
Yeah.
because
6,
I think
7, 8, 9,
their
10,
last 4
11,
games of the
12,
season,
13.
the last 4 games of the season is against the Dolphins, the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Titans. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Yep.
Stresson says the breakout season from Henry T has allowed D'Amico to take his time and bring Harris back from the injury. Yep, exactly. Let me see.
My man Houston Stresson wants me to hit a freestyle.
John, save for next time.
I was about to give y'all one, man.
I already know. I already know.
About to give y'all one. Just a little known fact. I am probably the best freestyler in the city of Houston right now. Yeah.
Did Lil Flip pass away?
Nah. I mean, so the rappers don't count because they get paid to rap.
John, you can't
get paid to rap for 20 years.
John, my line name is Rap A Lot, bro.
Hey man, listen.
John, listen. This I promise you, this ain't what you want.
I'm telling you, I'm a product of South Park, man.
John, I'm a product of Southwest, man. This ain't what you want, John.
I tell you what, man. If the Texans win, they gonna win. Yeah, let's bring it. Next time I'm on the show, I'm freestyling.
Last time the Texans played the rookie back, because I'm not listening to this nonsense, John. You can't beat me freestyling, bro. Freestyle, John. Do you know listen? Before I even started this show, you know what I was doing? Freestyling. You know what I do when I be walking around the house? Freestyling, top of the dome, bro. Just straight out. You know what I'm saying? Like listen.
Would I be able to get a beat or I'm no beat? So I can really hear that. Let me.
No. See now, look. No.
Hold on.
No. You going in your phone? No, don't worry about it, Drake. Last time. No, don't worry about it, Drake. Last time Texas played the Ricky Pages quarterback in first episode, Jacoby said, I'm expecting a different results. AD talking about the line. If they give the effort, they will accelerate the continuity. Let me see. Willie Daniil needs to pick it up. Precious ain't enough. They have to be. See, you know what? AD, you specifically listen to Monday's Locked On Texans podcast. You specifically, because we're going to break this thing down. All right. Let me get off and let me see if I got some more. I just slapped my mom.
I do want to say, AD, I do think somebody said bring Cardi B to the game, Diggs. Real quick, what does that do for anybody? In the club, they may bring out like celebrities, and it's just like this person to be at the club tonight. Yeah. I don't care. Why would me wanting to go see Ari Fletcher at the club do anything for me? Bringing Cardi B to the game ain't gonna do nothing for Houston Texans fans.
Plus, bro, you went to Lamar, I went to PV. Bro, we freestyle everywhere, bro. Everywhere, John.
Wait a minute.
Walking to class, somebody be freestyling. What? Off the top, John. Why y'all was down there trying to avoid short Texas or going to Beaumont so y'all can get some Chick-fil-A or something. Wait, Lamar is in Beaumont.
See,
that's how much I know about it.
Listen,
because I went to HBCU, John.
Hold on. So number one, Lamar to Beaumont is TSU the third ward.
Well, so then that means it ain't nothing. Don't worry.
No, it's right. It's right smack dab in the middle of where it get down at. And me going to a collegiate institute has nothing to do with the 17 years that I spent perfecting my craft.
Well, all I'm gonna say is, I mean, let me ask you this. If they say, all right, man, we got we're gonna have Freestyle Fridays. Okay. You can either go to Lamar and listen to Freestyle Friday, or you can go to Prairie View and listen to Freestyle Friday. You telling me you're gonna go to Lamar? Oh, they got hidden talent, right? Bro, they got a dude sound just like Machine Gun Kelly.
All right, man.
Hey, they got
my collegiate institute. We have produced some dogs, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm nice.
Jack Harlow. Well, hey, listen. Well, we got.
Do you see the background?
What that mean?
I'm nice, man. This is in my blood and DNA. You ain't gonna hear I'm coming down 30 times, Bear, the bully bear. I'm nice. I do this.
Wait, John, hold on.
I do this.
If you not man holding up and coming down, then it ain't really H time.
Now he said 30 times. I'm saying
Oh.
I'm so nice. I don't gotta do that 30 times, man.
Hey,
I can do a whole freestyle about the Texans.
Hold on. Hey, you know what's so crazy, John? I got a question because I'm finna do a rapid fire with you before you get up out of here. What's so crazy about it is, look, hold on. Corey says, I don't want to hear what? I don't want to hear y'all saying coming down 30 times. Then, Corey, are you really from the H? Because listen, bro, if you're not coming down or swinging on something, or you know what I'm saying, leather on the wood, something, man, you got listen, and don't worry about John. I gotta
really quick, while y'all here, if y'all on the north side, if you guys live on the north side, check out Wingman Express. Some good chicken, man.
Yeah, I got to check that out. You was telling me about that on Friday. All right, John, rapid fire. You ready?
Let's go.
Best rap out of the South.
Not Texas, the South.
South, period.
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne. Better than Scarface?
Oh yeah, I don't want to get into Scarface. Scarface once said Lil Flip wasn't from Cloverland in the height of Lil Flip and T.I. beef on the phone. So it's personal. Great rapper. Great rapper. But he's not better than Lil Wayne. I don't think Scarface is better than Big Boy or Andre 3000.
Moving right along, because I like you being I like the dynamic that we have on Lockdown Texas, and I don't want to get you canceled here in Houston. So I'm just gonna keep it moving.
I don't think Scarface is the best rapper from Houston, if that means anything. Yeah. I can go deep into it. We don't got time to, but I don't think Scarface is the best.
You gonna say Bushwick?
Nah, he's from New York.
Huh?
He's from New York.
Who you gonna say the best? Who's the better rapper than Scarface out of the city of Houston?
Out of the city of Houston, man, I think Zero is the best rapper out of the city of Houston.
So, John, I'm gonna move right along because listen, I am a diehard Zero fan. Not as much as my little brother. I don't think he ever heard any other rapper outside of Zero. He could tell you he can start from ABN when he's with Trader Truth all the way to whatever he has now.
Gorilla
My favorite Zero song is One Deep. It was so bad. My kids know if I play that right now, they know that it means two things: leave him alone and leave him the fuck alone, because he's telling you he don't need nobody but himself.
One Deep for you is probably No Help for me, which is probably I'm Not Gonna Cry for Black Mothers and Aunties by Mary J. throughout the United States.
T.I.
Bun B the best rapper. Bun B is not the best rapper. I want to say something about Bun B, but I love Bun B. Let me just say that. I think Bun B gave his best effort on Trio 1. After that, I feel like a lot of things changed when Pimp went home. And I don't think Bun has been giving his best efforts like he did when he first came out. But Bun is an incredible rapper.
John, have you heard The Diary?
When they come out?
I'm talking about Scarface.
Oh, yeah.
And you still... John, do you know that? You know how many verses Scarface wrote for the Ghetto Boys? You know how many verses he wrote on My Mind Playing Tricks on Me? You never heard.
All fine and dandy, but
he greased his father with his hand. You know, man died.
So I don't. People, when I say Zero, people overlook Zero's discography and his impact. People regulate him to Mo City Done, but as an artist, you talking about the flow, the singing, the melodies, the rapping, the content of what Zero is saying. Yeah, man, I got Zero number one. Now, that's also the Ridgegate and me talking, but I think Zero is the best rapper from Houston.
So, John, you never heard...
Really quick, I think Fat Pat didn't get a chance to show
This is true.
how versatile he was.
This is true.
Uh,
I don't think
between
Pokey
Fat
gets
Pat,
enough. Pokey don't get enough respect.
Pokey does not. Me and my
Artist spitting a little. Man, come on. But hold on. Wait.
This is a whole show in itself.
It surely
I
is.
think we need B. Scott on for this one too.
Thank you. Hey, I'm gonna tell. Hey, listen, we're gonna get B. Scott on because we need him on this as well. Because John, how you gonna tell me that F faces? You telling me you must be used to all the finer, bro. Come on, man. You know what?
Listen, but I am saying that Lil Flip is from Cloverland. We all know that, right? Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna move right.
Diamonds all in my the diamonds all holding in your face. Lil Flip was on that song, right?
Yeah, he was. Lil Flip is the best freestyle rapper out of Houston ever. There's nobody that can freestyle. I'm not talking about remember what you wrote. I'm talking about freestyle. I've seen Flip on numerous occasions. I've seen Flip just stand there, give him the mic, and he just start flowing. And I'm talking about just bam, bam. And I'm talking about just looking at, because you can tell when somebody really freestyling, he talking about stuff that's going on in the crowd right now. And just bam, bro, nobody. You know what? The crazy part about this, John? So when Austin Rivers was Austin Rivers, Gerald Green, and Daniel, what's his name? The one that's from Daniel House. They're in the back of the locker room, right? So Gerald and Austin brought it up, but then Gerald and Daniel House started talking about it. Anybody know Gerald Green is the mayor of Houston? Point blank. He's the mayor of Houston, former Houston Rockets player.
He just bought a painting from one of my good friends too. So shout out to Gerald Green.
Gerald Green is Houston. Now I'm just gonna put it like that. They were asking who was the best freestyle, and I said Lil Flip, and Gerald said that's what I'm talking about. And then Daniel House said, nah, it's got to be Zero. And this boy started saying slow, loud, and bang, and all in my trunk. Bro, do you know that the other Rockets players in the locker room started singing it too?
Yes,
I said, man,
I knew Zero was big. This is my freshman year in college. You know, Mo City Done, that's an anthem for us. But I heard folks from New York singing it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna tell you somebody else. This old school Gangsta Nip too, bro. Nip don't get enough. Nip don't get enough credit. But anyway, John, we're gonna
Waltz Nest don't get enough credit too. I think Waltz Nest 2000 is a top 5 Houston album.
Hey, if we talking about some just if we gonna get grimy with it as far as Houston is concerned, hey, ESG, come on now.
ESG, one of them.
Devin the Dude.
Devin is a
Odd Squad.
Devin is one of those legendary.
Yeah.
Devin is always, to me, and this is my personal opinion. I think Devin has always been like in a class of his own.
What's up, Waits? I know you in ready for that Red River Classic. My bad, it's my frat brother went to UT. He probably getting ready for that Oklahoma game. My bad. Go ahead. Oh, wait, hold on. Look. Yes.
Mr. 3-2.
Yes. And, hey, look, Slim. Thug can go, bro.
You know what I like about Thug? I feel like Thug has gotten better as an artist since we heard him on. Well, before Still Tipping. Thug is still dropping.
I didn't like his Pharrell years.
A lot of people don't like them Pharrell years because it didn't sound like Houston. But he dropped some good stuff within the last 5 years. A couple of good projects. Lil Keke dropped a damn good album earlier this year. Lil Keke is my GOAT for Houston. Hey. Zero and Keke is my GOAT for Houston rappers.
Hey, let's not sleep on Hawk either, garbage. So HAWK.
Hawk is probably, when you talk about lyrical ability,
yes,
that was just completely different from the time frame and tones of a lot of them songs. Hawk is probably because he's still living through a lot of us.
Bro,
one of them ones, man.
Bro,
I do this all day, man.
On the screw tape, on the screw tape. I can't remember it was they was flowing off the Friends beat. I can't remember the name of it, but this boy say I'm slide than the fox, slicker than the weasel. I done threw big blaze on my mother diesel, opened up the top. Can you dig 30-inch rims on my mother? I said, man, hold up,
Come on,
stop,
man.
John. Let's move on. One meal you can have daily for the rest of your life.
Chicken wings.
You like wings like that, John? Fried hard?
Yeah.
I like my chicken wings fried hard too, bro.
Really
Lemon
quick.
pepper?
Nah, I'm not
Plain?
doing all of that. That's what I was about to ask you. So I don't right now at my age, I don't need a lot of them. They getting too creative with the sauces. I don't need a mango Hennessy barbecue bourbon sauce. I don't need that. So my question to you and the guys in the chat comments, who got the best wings in the city?
I don't know, John. I haven't been to a lot of chicken wing places. When we order wings, I just get them from Wingstop. We get them from the one, I think it's one like on Cullen. I'm not mistaken. They do the best. Because my wife and I, we like our wings fried hard, crispy, kind of. And so they're the only ones that them, and there's a place off of 290 in the Beltway. It's a Wingstop over there that does it, but I haven't been. So hey, look, maybe after one of these games, John, one of these 12 o'clock games here in the city of Houston, you and I can leave from NRG and meet up with some people at a wing spot.
Let's do it. Frenchie's is not number one still. Let me tell you something. Y'all got to stop disrespecting Timmy Chan's name.
Well,
still got them number one. MLK, the MLK location. You're going to have to wait through that line. But Wingman Express over here in Humble, good, man. I ain't going to lie to you. Shout out to that brother.
Hey, I'm going to have to get over there. I'm going to have, because you didn't say that on more than one occasions. I heard that in the spaces. I got to get over there real quickly. All right, John, moving right along. Rap or R&B?
R&B.
Really?
I'm a lover at heart, man.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
That's me,
all right, Ruben Studdard, Velvet Teddy Bear.
Welcome to the Big Sarge Media Podcast.
Hey, okay. Who's your favorite R&B artist?
Oh man.
Hey, look, hold on, John. Hold on. I'm taking you back old school right now.
Can I give like different eras?
Wait, hold on. You got $10. You can only buy one CD. Look, this how old I am. Lucky I say 8 tracks because I was around when they was around too. But $10, one CD. Who you buying R&B wise?
Yeah, you're right, AD.
There can only be one me. Nobody.
I'm sorry, y'all. And listen.
And you can say his name on this show.
I am, yeah. Can everybody see it? It's R. Kelly. But I gotta do it in generations.
Okay.
If I'm looking at 70s, Teddy Pendergrass.
Ooh.
I think one of the more amazing voices.
Wait, pre-rec Teddy Pendergrass.
Pre-rec Teddy. Marvin Gaye is also up there for me. So I'm an R&B lover for real, man. Like, we always talk about the Ozzy, but Teddy P was just it.
Yeah.
Luther's a bad boy, man. I think
Luther
has one of the
I can't wait till that
love
documentary come out.
Ooh, I'm locked in for that. I think Never Too Much is one of the best love songs. It's just fun.
That's the one that started out. Boom, boom. I just seen the guy who made that bass line. He said all he was doing just playing around, and he did it. And he's like, "Oh, I like it." And then they said they heard. They was like, "All right, let's keep that. Let's do that, man." I was like, "Wow."
1,000 kisses is never too much,
bro. I'm a man. Listen.
So
mine is a chair is still a chair. Even when there's no one sitting there. But yeah, Luther. Hey, Marvin Gaye, bro. I see Marvin Gaye sing a song while he was laying down on the couch. He was recording while he was laying down, and it sounded like he was standing up, like projected. So yeah.
It's important to go by eras, man. I think 90s for sure. I mean, it's all kills for me.
Right now, is there anybody right now? I'm still listening to. I'm old school. I still listen to that.
Right now. So
Neo
Victoria
for me.
Monet does it for me, man.
Who?
Victoria Monet.
Neo for me right now, bro.
Neo, but I mean Neo was a early 2000s act. So if I'm looking at right now, today's time, shout out
Kalani
to
for
Calvin
me.
Edwards. Sade is one of my favorites. I love Neo Soul, probably one of my
Sade
favorite
fan.
subgenres. You not a Sade fan?
Or Maxwell. What? What happened?
Okay.
Can you still hear me?
You never
Hello, is this thing on?
You never felt fortunate while on your
song.
knees with your woman?
That's a great song. That ain't what I'm gonna go to though, and I'm especially not going to.
Listen,
No, man, I would throw some Life Jennings. Must be nice.
Please, you're gonna scare him away.
No way.
Hey,
Music Soul Child. Yeah.
Music Soul Child, my boy.
So
see, that whole little era of neo soul, black love music was phenomenal.
I'm not, bro. I'm not Maxwell and Sade. I'm not. A matter of fact, I think I'm just gonna like if they song come on. You know what? This makes
Love is Stronger Than Pride by Sade is a bad song.
That is a bad song. Hey, look, you're right. Babyface, best song, right? Yes. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you like this though. I'm gonna tell you somebody who can really sing, bro. And because of the things that he does away from the studio really affects him.
Tyrese.
Come on now.
Tyrese just put out a bad album too, man.
Bro.
Tyrese just so the thing about Tyrese is I mean, I don't know what Tyrese, man, but if you Tyrese one of them guys, you got to separate his work from the worker. And Tyrese, I think because he sings so well, it just adds to his music. Because a lot of people right now in today's R&B, I don't think they are great singers. I think they have good songwriters and they make good songs. But Tyrese is the trifecta of all of that.
Tyrese can say, yeah, AD. I've been hearing about October London. That's the guy that's on Death Row Records, right? I think he signed a Death Row. Division is pretty good too. And I really like Chris Brown, but Chris Brown got like 13 million songs. I was like, I be hearing songs, they be like, yeah, that's an old Chris Brown song. I was like, when did he put that? Didn't he put out a double disc CD one time with like 100 songs on it?
He did. Oh, it wasn't literally 100, but it was a lot of songs.
Oh.
Leon Thomas.
Yeah.
Leon Thomas is bad.
Yeah.
Duran Bernard can sing. Victoria Monet is doing it for me though right now. I think
Kalani be doing it for me, bro. And her.
Kalani is nice. Her is nice.
Oh, don't forget. Hold on. Who made the album Hotels? Heaux.
Jasmine. Okay, but Jasmine Sullivan been out though.
Yeah,
but the windows out your car.
I know, but that Hotels, and I'm talking about when I say Hotels, Heaux. That's bro, that one right there, bro.
Yeah, that's a bad one though.
Hey, my favorite song of that, Pick Up Your Feelings. You need to come over and pick up your
feelings.
All right, John. Moving right along.
Be all day though, man.
For sure. DJ Screw or Swishahouse?
Come on, man. Get out. What?
What?
You don't see that? It's small, but
I ain't got my glasses on.
DJ Screw the legend right there.
Swishahouse had a run though.
Swishahouse had a run, but there's a mixtape called The Originator. Shout out to Swishahouse. I'm not trying to start nothing or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But hey, you talk to somebody that had Big Pokey and Hawk at his Sister Sweet 16. Like, it's always gonna be DJ Screw for me. It's always gonna be SUC for me.
Gotcha. Me too. I'm on a Screw tape, so go listen to March Madness. I'm not rapping, but I am talking on there.
I'm finna go find it.
March Madness. You'll hear me when I be in. Shout out to them Ada Gamma boys. My frat brothers now, but you got to be smart, John. I'll tell you the strategic thing that I did when I did that. All right. John, what would be your walk-up song in baseball?
Probably Mo City Done.
Ooh. Whose was that? That was somebody that played for the Astros 2 years ago. I can't remember. Corey Jokes had it at one point. I do remember that, but Mo City Done would be.
It'll probably be Mo City Done or Ignition.
Oh, really? Not Still Tipping?
No, man, we gotta retire that. I love that song,
I
but
told you that. You said
gotta retire
that's
it.
Houston, part of the Houston culture.
no, it is, but I also feel like we got some. We gotta just retire it, man. Shout out to Sauce Walker, by the way.
Oh, hey, Sauce Walker can rap.
He one of the ones.
He is definitely
When
one of them.
when he's not. Sometimes he could be on that BS.
Yeah.
But when he locked in,
Hey, look, when he don't want when he not choosing violence.
when he's locked in and rapping, Ghetto Gospel 3 was phenomenal, man.
Yeah, bro. So, all right, John, I just got I got one more for you, and then I got a bonus. Boys to Men or Jodeci? Oh, you thought I wasn't gonna bring that up when I had you right here?
We laughing, y'all, because me and Sarge and Cody we've had strong debates about this.
Hey, look, and some random woman that you just brought into our conversation as well.
Yeah, that was crazy. I don't know. I was that passionate. Jodeci 10 times out of 10, man. I don't want to be bored while I listen to my R&B music. I don't want to.
So you know what I said?
I want to cry for you.
Listen, if I wanna get sweaty, look, you see that Texas can win. Fans want them to win nasty. When I'm trying to be nasty and sweaty,
Jodeci.
and looking like Wesley Snipes and Mo Better Blues. Hey, when I want to be like that, I'm listening to Jodeci.
I want Jodeci. Listen, it's something different when I want to. So you're having my baby,
right?
And you mean so much to me,
right?
Come on, man,
bro. You telling me "Bended Knee" by Boys to Men don't get you? Ain't
it don't get me.
Shh. Are you crazy? Hey, look, right, AD. If I'm coked up and sweating, I want to listen to Jodeci. I do
every single night and every single day.
But if I want to make love to my wife, if I want to make love, if I want to make love to my wife, and I want to caress her and I want to hold her and I want to let her know how much she really means to me, then I'll put on Boys to Men.
Nah, man.
Boys to Men, look, Boys to Men will make the woman that Boys to Men will make the woman that you with not feel like you're about to rob her, like when you listen to Jodeci. Like she listens to Jodeci, like, he on that bullshit. I don't know what he on, but he listened to. Look, I put it like this: Jodeci is bad credit.
Oh my god.
Boys to Men is good credit.
But I tell you what, though, who you have more fun with? Bad credit decisions or good credit decisions?
Depends on what. Hey, listen, hold on.
Depends on what side of time I'm on too. I'm on the West. I want all bad credit decisions.
Hey, let me tell you something. Because we talked about preacher's kids here earlier and how, hey, sometimes good credit be on bad credit time.
Yeah. And sometimes bad credit can inspire you to get more bad credit, but you have fun in those moments. I like Jodeci because they were fun and
I told you that. Exactly what I said.
Essentially, it's all the same thing, though. Okay, man, we supposed to be talking sports.
And now we
giving love advice. We giving relationship advice.
Sports Talk with Big Sarge, man. They go down over here. Last question I have for you, John. Then I'm gonna let you go because I know you got things you got to do. I got to get over to NRG. John, and this is important.
Really quick, I'm sorry.
You need me to put something up?
Please, and I'm not calling you this.
The last one, Michael Williams.
Yeah,
hey,
this is
that's
not
White
me
Mike.
saying that. That's my okay. So that's Mike.
That's White Mike.
Mike, you said it. I'm not even gonna repeat it. But I ain't
White Mike think he
Tennessee whiskey, man.
White Mike don't think he white. White Mike think he's Cajun. He think he like just light skin. And for most black people, the only country song they do know is Tennessee Whiskey. When there's so many better songs, many better country music songs out there than Tennessee Whiskey. But that's the only one that. So that's the only one White Mike know, because he figured that's how he can look. That's how he can relate to his black friends. All right.
Okay.
This one is going to be important. Mike, I love you, brother. You know that. This is going to be important. Right? Did you see that last?
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. And yeah.
Yeah, but hey, check this out, though. So check this out. How long you going to be 45 riding a slab? Because once you get a minivan, that means you got a family and you in love and you got responsibility. If I'm riding a slab, that means I might have a brick in the trunk.
You can have both.
Question. Last one.
What you got?
Prince or Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson.
You scared of Coco?
No,
You don't think Prince make good music too?
I didn't say that. But you asked me who was better. And let's keep it real. Prince ain't make Lady of My Life.
And he didn't make Remember the Time either. That's
He didn't do that.
and he didn't make Man in the Mirror.
Come on,
But
keep going. But and wait
no,
a
no, no,
minute.
no, no. But hold on. But Michael ain't got nothing that's gonna compare to International Lover.
Lady in My Life is one of the greatest songs of all time, man.
Bro, International Lover. This man used the whole airplane to describe oral sex.
That's nice. That's nice.
Come
I mean,
on,
that's
bro. And look, no, I would take Michael too. I'm taking Michael over Prince, but I mean, Mike got some hits, but I'm not finna discount Prince because Prince got some hits as well.
year 40 for Mike. When Mike first, when ABC came out, was that early 60s?
Is it? I don't know.
I need to, because I just want to make sure. I want to make sure I got the time frame on when that came out. ABC came out in 1970. Well, that was the Ultimate Collection, but so around 1970, that's when ABC came out with Michael Jackson. 30 years later, Michael Jackson came out with Invincible.
I was trying to call Cody, my bad.
And Invincible had Butterflies on there.
Yeah.
And Heaven Can Wait. And You Rock My World.
Listen, no, don't get me wrong. I'm agreeing with you. I'm taking Michael over Prince. I mean, I just like I have to. But man, bro, Prince.
Hell of an artist, though.
Hold on. Look, Prince started playing that guitar. Mike don't even.
Okay, so Mike's superpower in terms of songs was being able to create the music in his head and working with the engineers and the producers to bring that to life. So that's a superpower, to know what sound you want. And a lot of Mike's sound, he may have dropped it in the 80s, but it sounded like Future. So that's a superpower in itself. I'm not taking nothing away from Prince.
Prince made 1999 in what year? This one said 2000, and I mean, thank God that didn't happen because we're in 2024 now, getting ready going to 2025, if the Lord says the same. But he made 1999.
That was Let's Go Crazy. 1999 was, when did that come out?
Right, because I'm like, bro, like he made that song way before 1999. What's that? 2000 party over with, out of time. So tonight I'm gonna party like it's 1999.
Can I say something? It may be a hot take for some people, but I think both artists are under Stevie Wonder.
I can give you that. No,
and let me
give you Prince.
Let me re-clarify. In terms of everything,
totality,
Mike is number one.
Yeah.
But in terms of artistry and songwriting and producing and the whole nine, Stevie Wonder has been doing it and doing it at a high level since before you were born, maybe. I don't know. But Stevie one of the gods, man.
Stevie is, bro. I can't take that away. And like I said, Michael Jackson is the king of pop for a reason.
And when you look at the pop, that's everybody.
Yeah.
So that's why Mike will always get number one.
And Mike got to listen, bro.
Mike got some R&B hits too, though.
The one thing that one of the reasons why I will always pick Mike and you always got to pick Mike is, bro, little kids who never ever even seen Michael Jackson, right? at all, bro. You put on the Michael Jackson song, they go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't call him the Pied Piper of R&B, but uh little kids, man, they love Michael Jackson, man. And I don't think you can't put on any Prince and they go crazy like that. But Michael, you can't. Hey, look, hey, I was
Time
born
just
by
cut
a
short.
river
His time was cut short, unfortunately.
in a little tent.
I was watching the Stacksville, USA documentary on HBO.
Uh-huh.
Good documentary. And Sam was his time was cut short, but Sam meant a lot to the movement
Yeah,
at that time. So he's always going to be looked at, and I think in a different light because he's going to be associated with the likes of the Black Party movement and overcoming at that
yeah.
time. So shout out to Sam Cooke.
All right, John. Thanks for being on here. Definitely looking forward to this rap battle. I'm already looking. I already got it. Because let me tell you something. My line brothers, they'll hit me up right now. They'll be like, "BB, 5 hard lines." Because John, one thing that made me very good at freestyling is that when I was, you know, when I was trying to become a member of the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, certain times that we would meet at night, and they would say, "Hey," they'd be like, "Hey, BB, hit the flow. Dre, hit the beat. BB, hit the flow." And then I would have to, under immense pressure of making sure that my other the other aspirant, my other line brother at the time, who may have been in a compromising position, does not get punished because I can't come off the top of the head and make everybody happy in the room. See what I'm saying? So if I get that wrong, something may happen over here. So I've learned how to rap under pressure, and then that just took on a whole nother meaning of itself, John. And I'm talking about, tell them where people they can find me.
Listen, that's all great and Danny. Shout out to your line brothers. I'm pretty sure there's some good guys, but it ain't what's on me. It's what in me.
Mm.
I'm a dog at this. But y'all can follow me on Twitter.
Well, I bet you at Lamar Student Union, you was going off. But go ahead.
I wasn't in no student union, man.
Going up against Jack
Listen.
Harlow.
All right, man. Listen, we didn't have no Jack Harlow's at Lamar University, man. We had
Oh, because the locals will be, you know what, my bad. Because the locals will come to campus.
that's what TSU to Third Ward is Lamar to South Park Beaumont. It's right there. It's all in the mix. But y'all can follow me on Twitter at John_Hickman12. Again, that's John_Hickman12. Just do me a favor, subscribe to the Locked On Texans podcast on YouTube and wherever you listen to your podcast. Sarge, I don't know why it took us so long. Well, I know why. I be at work. Yeah. And I'm not at work this week. So that's why it took me so long to get here. But man, I ain't had fun on the podcast in a very long time like I've had today.
Man, listen, let me tell you something. When you go on your I would love to have you back. I know it's gonna be maybe like around about Thanksgiving. And so I love to have you back, man. At least one, maybe let's do a Thanksgiving. Let's do a show during Thanksgiving week. That way we can get B Scott on here too, man. Maybe we could, if Cody is in town, maybe Cody, but definitely me, you, B Scott, to talk some music, because Cody isn't as well versed in hip hop as we are, or
you ain't even gotta say well versed. He
right.
don't know it.
But talk about Motown and he is ready. John, one more thing before you go. Real quickly, how has fatherhood changed you?
Man, I real life just I don't know, man. I mean, I know, but fatherhood has so okay. My little brother, I consider my son in a sense because he stayed with me while I was in college. I brought him to Beaumont to live with me, so he was going to high school while I was taking care of him when I was going to school.
Oh wow!
But having a daughter, bro, was just
it changed
crazy. It changed me, and she looks like me, and it's just like she has my smile. it's kind of like, no matter how tired I get, I gotta find a way to get what needs to be done because she gonna need it.
Yeah.
Being smarter, being more prepared. It also has allowed me to not necessarily be in a shell as much as I can be
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want nothing to dim her light. So I don't want mine to be dim. And sometimes I like to chill too much.
Does it change? Does it change the aspect also of now I can't be selfish. I got, and I'm not talking about because when you married, you gotta put away some of that selfishness. But if it's just y'all two, then you're like, yeah, I still can keep some of my old selfish ways to myself. But
Yeah.
when you bring in another life into this world, bro, now you like everything is
Sarge,
selfless.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. One night, it was earlier this year, I went out with my friends and I came home late and I was essentially useless that morning.
Yeah.
I was just, went out and did what you do when you go out. And I felt so bad and ashamed. I said, I'm not doing it no more. I'm gonna make sure I get home and I ain't gonna do time. I'm getting on minivan, Calvin. I'm gonna make sure that I'm in a good enough state if she's at home, like if she's out with her grandma or something and they keeping her. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm turning the clock back a little bit because I can't go back to 2019, but I can go back to 2022.
Was that what y'all was doing when I seen that video?
What video?
Was that
Oh,
your
yeah. We ain't had no kid. I said, get up, put some clothes on. We're going out. Yeah, no baby. It wasn't no looking at me and all that. But I said I'll never do that again.
Yeah.
And that was the moment where I was like, nah, bro, you gotta lock in.
Yeah.
And from then, like, I'm gonna make sure that I can, be there. Teaching my daughter how to say the word apple and walking her up the stairs and doing all of that, man. It's and we've talked about it, bro. It's some days where I don't want to do nothing but go home and be a dad. So my whole world has changed, man.
Bro, I definitely understand that, man. I'm like that with my granddaughters, man. I don't care. It don't matter where I'm at, John. Listen, my granddaughters have called me in the midst of me being in the press box right in the middle of a game. I will answer the phone and say, hey, Papa gonna call you back as soon as this game is over. But I need them to know that I am available at any time that they need me. There's not a point in time. And that changes me because my grandsons, yeah. And it's like, with my late wife's, her two sons, but the daughters is totally different, right?
Yeah.
And now my wife, not my wife now, Chrissy has two daughters, and two daughters, and then like there's four other nieces, and so I'm just like I'm surrounded by just girls and women when we're all out, and like tonight we got a family function or whatever the case may be, and I'm just like, and it's just something totally different, and especially John when you got a baby girl, you automatically become a protector. I don't think people really
Yeah.
realize that you
For
automatically
me,
become.
man, I've been around women my whole life. Like, of course, my mom, my
Yeah,
grandma, my big sister, my aunties. So it's just like one of my best friends and closest friend in the world is a woman.
yeah,
And so it's natural to be protected, but now it's like protecting and guiding
yeah.
and knowing when to say no and when to let her hit her head and stuff like that. And my daughter's very hard headed. She's a good mixture of her mom and dad, but it's really a blessing to be able to say, man, I can protect and provide for my daughter
Yeah.
and my household. So, but my life has changed. My whole life has changed. Shout out to Genuine, by the way.
Bro, yes.
Shout out to
Genuine shit.
Genuine.
Johnny Gill could sing too, bro.
Johnny Gill could sing.
He was just confused. Johnny Gill probably, what? I wouldn't be
Oh,
surprised if Johnny
man.
Gill name came up in some of the, you know what? I'm not gonna say
Oh,
that.
man. Come on, man.
Hey, look, I gotta make sure I do this because look, check out the rundown tonight, y'all. It's 7:30 p.m. That's Friday night, 7:30 Central Standard Time. Because I have to do this because AD be trying to come in and take over my trap, bro. I have to be like, hey man, you're not gonna come in and take over my trap. Hey,
Shout out to AD, man.
Hey, thank you all for watching the Sports Talk with Big Sarge show. Make sure you follow me on the app formerly known as Twitter at Big Sarge Sports with the Z at the end. Follow me on the Tick and the Talk at Big Sarge Media. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel at Big Sarge Media, and make sure you are following me on Instagram at Big Sarge Sports with the Z at the end. Because y'all know we do everything for the gram, right? John, any parting words?
Oh,
They're gonna
man,
they're gonna talk trash to you next week. I just want you to know that.
That's fine. I mean, I got 6 Super Bowl rings. Let's just have a blessed weekend, man. Let's enjoy each other. Have fun. I'm gonna always give it back, but nah.
Hold on 1 second before you go. Hold on before you go. Hold on before you go. Oh, so now you want to show up? You hear that, John?
Man.
You hear that, John?
What's up, Coco?
Yes, and you're live, and the fans can. I'm sorry, not the fans. The listeners, the supporters can hear you.
No, the listeners and viewers.
Hey, look, they can hear you. Hold on, let me pull up the comments right quick, y'all. We have Coco on the line. Hey, John started it. I did not.
It was me.
No, actually, you started it.
I didn't call it.
From the beginning, and you was like, so.
That's because John said it first.
I did say it first.
Hold on, listen. Hold on. What'd you say, John?
I said it first.
Oh, see, you know what? I just remembered. Cody went to that PWI with you too, so y'all always gonna stick together.
No, that was not no PWI.
Campus life and what the school was considered, 2 different things, man.
Bro, I've never seen Lamar University be thrown in with Prairie View and Texas Southern as a HBCU.
No. So I'm not gonna call it no HBCU. I think that's unfair and disrespectful to HBCUs for real. So I don't like crossing them lines, but I ain't never throw a bad kickback. Let me just say that, man. I never threw a bad party.
And the 1-2 that I went to, yeah, it was.
I never did it, bro.
Look, just like AD say, just like A&M. Hey, look, Sam Houston. What is it? I guess Sam Houston is.
No, Sam Houston is a PWI.
So what is Lamar?
PWI. I'm saying campus life and the consideration of what the school is 2 different things.
This is true. And
when we all get together, we got to make our own. And phase 1 was a time. Phase 3
I don't
was
want no smoke. Cody, I forgot what I was calling you for. What was we calling it for? Something about
Michael Prince. I don't know why you called him for that.
No. I didn't call him for that. Because I already know he lied. I think the M for Cody M. Davis stands for Michael. Yeah. Or if it don't, he didn't change it to that. I bet you he got on a Thriller t-shirt right now.
Cody, what do you have on?
Cody, what you got on?
I just got a regular hoodie on, and no, it's not the Thriller hoodie.
Okay.
This boy, hey,
I'll bring that out next week.
Listen, I'm gonna throw Cody under the bus real quick. I said, Cody, if you had, if you were, if there was 2 people hanging over the cliff, right, and in your right hand in your right hand is your wife, and in your left hand is Michael Jackson, but you can only save one. Who you saving? I ain't gonna tell you his answer.
I already know it.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Know it. He's sick.
Just know, only one could record Thriller.
All right, y'all.
Wait. Hold on, John. Wait, John. And he said, I can always get another wife.
Can't get another mic.
Can't get another mic. Hey, somebody just said Cody favorite R&B artist is Ralph Tresvant. Right. I'm gonna call you back, Cody. All right. All right, y'all. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. I'll call you a little bit later on, man. Other than that, I'm out.
Hard work. Hard work.